Okay, quick video on composite functions. So this is when we combine two functions together to make another new third function. So here I've got three functions, f of x, g of x and h of x, and they're defined as follows. F of x is x squared, g of x is the natural logarithm of x, and h of x is x minus 3. Now we can composite functions together, so we can take f and g and we can make a function which we can call f of g of x. So this little circle here means kind of or composite, so f composite g of x. Now this is a notation which means f of g of x. So we need to work from right to left as we work our way out, because actually it turns out that when you composite two functions together, it's not the same as if you were to swap those functions around, as we'll see in a minute. So f of g of x, well, we can do f of the natural log of x. Okay, f of the natural log of x, because that's what g of x is. And then we can put in ln x in place for x in f of x, which means that this composite function is the natural log of x all squared. Okay. But of course, if we were to do that the other way round, so g composite f of x, that is g of f of x. That is equal to g of x squared, which is the natural log of x squared, which you could write as 2 times log x. Using a log law there. Okay, so that's composite functions, and clearly these two functions are not the same. Okay, 2 log x is not the same as log x squared. This is an example to show that this is not commutative. That means it matters on which order you put the functions. We can combine a third function in there as well. So let's take h of x. So f of g of h would be written as f of g of h of x. And you can work your way out. F of g of x minus 3. F of the natural log of x minus 3. And this is going to be then the natural log of x minus 3 squared. You can composite a function with itself. So f of f, sometimes written as f squared of x. I'm not a huge fan of that notation because that looks like it could be f of x times f of x, but it's not. It's f composite f, which is f of x squared, which would be x squared squared, or x to the 4. Sometimes you'll see composite functions like f of g of x just shorthand notated to fg x in a question. And if this is the case, you need to know you're working from right to left. So you apply g to x before you apply f to g.